Do I oh, I guess it's just you. Okay. Hello, both of you. Thank you so much for speaking to me. I want to start off first with Haley. As Claire, this is a character who was reformed.
Right.
She's trying to no longer be a villain. So, can you talk about kind of her experience of looking back at her life and wanting to change?
Right. Super interesting. So I play the 12-year-old version of her. And before that, she has a past life of being the supervillain Volcana, which is incredible and really fascinating. But when she had her incident in Lazarus Pit and then transformed back into a kid, her memory of her adult life is quite hazy. So unfortunately, she doesn't really remember the details of it and like exact people that were involved, except for the feeling of like not really being able to trust anybody. So I think now, as she's entering this kind of like tween life of hers and into this new like Wayne family, she's really navigating just how to trust herself, trust the people around her, and to like how to be just like a normal girl trying to like be a part of this family, really, and be like an older sibling to Damian Wayne.
And then also for you, Giannis, we see you now. You're back again. This is an extension of the character. So I wanted to know what was exciting to kind of explore with him first that we didn't see in the movie initially.
I think, yeah, they're very similar in terms of kind of his personality, age-wise, but um, it was really cool to play around with this older sister dynamic kind of with Claire. I kind of brought some of my personal life into it because I have an older sister and I can relate to a lot of the things that Damien was doing. So that was really cool.
So, kind of for both of you, what I do love is the relationship between both of you. You both need your space, but you guys work so well together. Can you talk about for the character of finding that balance? Because now you have a sister who's living with you, and now you have family that you never really had before.
No, you're so right. Um, do you want to start, Jonas?
Sure, I'll start. I think it's really cool because, Damien kind of has this huge house, basically, and has no other kind of siblings, friends that stay there. And it's different for him that Claire is in, but, he's very welcoming and he's really trying to get Claire to trust him because Claire has some trust issues. Um,
Major trust issues.
yeah, but yeah, you want to add more?
No, of course. Yeah, she definitely is like the icier one in the relationship where Damien is so warm and so welcoming, which I think she's not really used to. So I think that's like a really beautiful dynamic that they both get to play off of. And sure, something that Damien's not really used to. But yeah, their dynamic definitely gets deeper and it definitely grows, which I'm excited for the audience to see because based off of the first episode, it's tough. I mean, it's two people coming together and learning how to live with each other, like you said. So, trials and tribulations of that.
So, what do you both feel you can learn from each other?
I feel like Claire can learn a lot from Damien, honestly, like his softness and kind of his, I think they're both very passionate. But, Claire, I think sometimes that passion can come out as anger, which is a little bit misunderstood for her. So I think that's a little bit different than Damien.
Yeah, I think definitely Damien is teaching Claire a lot, but the one thing is not driving, because Damien is a really bad driver. Like as you've seen him driving the Batmobile, like he's hitting everything.
That's
Yeah.
So
so
then
funny.
for both of you, what I wanted to know, how much does the animation style and in those moments really kind of reflect in the voice? Do you feel like the animation brings out the voice differently, or is you view the voice as something that's different than how it's drawn?
That's a great question. I think the animators did a perfect job at like bringing the voice to life. Because when I went into the audition, I did see what she looked like, but I didn't get to see how she moved and like necessarily her physicality with it. And I think what they kind of did was so well was they listened to what happened and Christy and Mike, also the voice directors, did such a good job at directing us and knowing what they wanted. So when they put it to the picture, I think it just really brought it all to life. I think casting did a great job, writing, directing, like it all just was like a magical thing that all came together, which I feel like animation is in general. So really cool to see.
So then for both of you, playing someone who's kind of slightly younger than the characters, I wanted to know how does that change the voice and how you approach a certain scene in a moment?
That's also a great question. Go for Jonas.
Okay, I think for me it's definitely easier than Haley because you're not 12.
I'm
I'm
old.
yeah, I'm closer to like 11 or 12. I'm 15 now. But when I started, I was actually on Merry Little Batman. I think I was 11 or 12. And there was like a little bit of a voice change throughout Merry Little Batman and then the show. But I think it's really just a matter of having like that joy that a 12-year-old would rather than kind of like pitching up your voice more.
I so agree, Jonas. You capture that perfectly. It is really more so about the personality. And Claire, I feel like, although she technically is young, she's 12 years old, she's lived so much life. There is this type of like maturity and experience about her. So I didn't really have to change too much. In fact, I actually like went deeper in my voice to play her because she's so dry and so like sarcastic.
Okay. And then kind of lastly, what I wanted to know, the dynamic of in the booth. Are you guys together? Are you separate when reading the lines?
Separate.
Ah,
Separate.
But we played
okay.
it
How
off
is
well,
that?
right? You wouldn't have known.
I,
Exactly.
I don't know. So how do you find that chemistry? Is it playback?
Sometimes we'll hear little snippets, and if we're doing like ADR, then we'll really hear and see everything. But it's mainly like the directors, Christy and Mike, read, alongside us, or so they just did a really great job at capturing the essence of the other characters, so we could bring our character to life.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much for speaking to me. I love the series, so thank
Oh,
you.
so
Thank
glad.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.